Good evening, Americans. This is your favorite alien and Bubba here on the evening of Saturday, April 17th, 2021. Well, this is an editorial on the President of the United States. He was making comments today, and the comment he made on the current situation with the shootings is as follows. Quote, "It's a national embarrassment," unquote. Really, President Biden? A national embarrassment? 51 shootings since January 1st, 2021, a national embarrassment. Well, that means you're part of the national embarrassment, President Biden, because this happened because of you being in the Senate since 1974. And everybody in the Senate and the House, that includes McConnell, Schumer, Pelosi, you guys all are national embarrassments. And why do I say that? Because you guys, in 40 years of service, for most of you, have been an embarrassment. The problem with this issue of shootings, like I said in my video earlier today, only 30%, if at all, can be accounted to the guns. 70% is accounted to you. And you just made my case this evening about that 70% by going to the national television audience and saying, quote, "It's a national embarrassment," unquote. The problem here is everybody is guilty, even you, President Biden. And it's not, oh, well, it's got to be national background checks for guns. Why do you need guns in the first place? That's what I said in my video earlier. The Second Amendment says that it's to help the national militia. And that was done in the 1780s, when militias were not the National Guard, because you still had Indians and you still had loyalists that were still here. So you had unsecured areas of the United States as you saw them, the 13 colonies. Okay? That's long since been done and buried with. Today, the United States is a big empire covering the continent of the North American continent, about 2/3 of it. Yeah? And, well, the embarrassment is that a society as highly developed as yours, as you guys say, that you're the highest developed society on this planet. And I can speak because I'm from another planet. To me, like I told you in my other video earlier today, you guys are illiterate. And you have just came out and pointing it out to me and to your own national people, the American people, by saying, quote, "It's a national embarrassment," unquote. Where is the people that are supposed to help with this national shooting situation here? And yes, the gun manufacturers have a problem. But you have a problem too, because you don't have society here. Society is disintegrating all over the place. It's never been a society for the last 100 years. Ever since 1865, the United States has not been a society. You gave African Americans freedom without incorporating them into your society. That created friction and dissension and discourse, which the other minorities, as you said, refuge, over the period since 1865, have come in and they got the same problem. And then you have guns. Oh, everybody deserves to have a gun. Really? Why? You have a trust on the government and a trust from the citizens. The citizens trust you to keep them safe. You trust them to be good citizens. But there is no honesty here on either side. There is no honesty on your side by saying, oh, well, it's a national embarrassment. And there's no honesty on the people such as the African Americans and other cultures here. Well, we want to have our own culture. We don't want to be Americans. Really? We don't want to be humans. So where's the people that are going to sit down and say, we got to fix our society here? The national shooting issue is just part of the problem. But it's also incorporated with pigmentation issues and faction issues. And that's what's creating a whole mess. The symptom is showing up as a national shooting crisis. And therefore, you have this on top of a pandemic, which you don't seem to care a darn about either. So quit saying it's a national embarrassment. The embarrassment is you and your administration and the Republican Party and the Democrats and the people who think like you. That's the national embarrassment. We need people to think like we have to get our country back. The Constitution was just a stepping stone towards a document that we need to create to make the human race better. I haven't seen that in the last 200 years. I haven't seen that since I've been here since 1970 on this planet. And this is why my bosses of my federation say, why should we help? They're humanoids. But are they so illiterate that they don't know anything? We've never seen a more illiterate society than you guys. And mind you, these are societies that are started from scratch, like Stone Age societies. They have a habit of developing great if you give them a chance and don't interfere in them. Yours, unfortunately, is a disaster. Prove me wrong. Do something. And you American people, do something. Where's 25 of you that are going to say this society is in a heck of a trouble here? We're heading down the abyss. Your president just proved it by saying, quote, it's a national embarrassment on the shootings, unquote. Really? What do you say, Americans? This is your favorite alien and Bubba. Good evening.